This is Fatsapphicbro. Let's just go ahead and dig in.
This insecure gym bro says you're 420 pounds. The human body is not meant to support your size, and you can't do things.
So it says you are 420 pounds. The human body is not meant to support your size, and you can't do things that 90% of people can do. Please stop giving medical advice. I agree.
That 90% of people can. Please stop giving medical advice. For one, I'm 440 pounds. Thank you very much.
Because that's so much better.
For two, my doctor is completely happy with my weight is fine.
Your doctor should not be. The reason your doctor is fine with your weight is because obviously they can't tell you otherwise, because you're just not going to change your mind.
Fine, completely happy with my lipid panel, completely happy with the fact that I cured my diabetes while getting fatter.
That is impossible. I don't believe it. I would love to see the results.
Third of all, my body supports my weight just fine. Again, I hit 200 pounds before I got to high school. I have always been fat.
And again, that is not a good thing. I understand that you've always been able to hold the fat about
My size. Fourth of all,
and I'm not saying fat people can't dance. I have seen some fat people dance, but it's not common.
I can't do things that other people can do is because for the 1 billionth time, I have incurable genetic chronic illnesses.
Like what? Like what? Come on, give us an
The
example.
things that I have cannot be cured, literally at all. That is why there are things.
And that happened to me, too. Because I gained so much weight, there are some things that I will never get rid of. But I can still make it better, make the symptoms less, when I take care of myself. Yes, that is possible.
That I cannot do, that other people can do. Because I am a disabled person. But being disabled.
You're calling yourself disabled. Whether or not you're on disability, you're calling yourself disabled. Nobody else is called. You're the one who came up with this, and you say you're disabled because of your body fat, or all the illnesses from your fat. It's either way. You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's nothing to do with my weight, because you see, I've been this size nearly my entire life, and haven't always been disabled.
You don't have to be. If you're overweight, you don't have to be disabled, because guess what? You can lose it.
And I'll do you one better. My girlfriend is like nearly 100 pounds heavier than me and has zero health issues.
I don't believe that for a minute. She probably doesn't see a doctor enough. Or he, she, I don't know.
That I have. Zero. But try again,
I'm just not going to believe you. And as long as you continue to publicly post this stuff, I'm going to continue to have something to say.
Like, whatever. You can sit here and justify your bigotry and justify your own disordered eating, but I have a healthy relationship with food.
Do you really have a healthy relationship with food? Are you kidding me?
Healthy relationship with activity and movement and exercise.
Meaning none whatsoever.
I have pristine fucking labs in my doctor's eyes.
In your doctor's eyes. What about other people's eyes? In your doctor's eyes, again, your doctor has probably just given up at this point, because they already know you're not gonna, you just, no.
I'm doing great, and even if I weren't, it's none of your fucking business.
Well, it is when you continuously post it, and you don't say you're doing great either. You talk about all the problems you have, your depression, how awful you feel. I mean, no, and that's why people don't believe you. That's why people are never going to believe you, because you contradict everything you say, and it's stupidity is what it is. You set yourself up for this.
Anyway, you're the one that doesn't need to give medical advice. I have been studying.
Let's just put it, unless you're a doctor, nobody needs to give medical advice. Medical opinions, but even in your case, I wouldn't be telling anybody to do what you're doing.
This shit for literal years.
Are you sure about that literal years?
Years I have been studying this, like at a research level of studying it. Not like Google. No, like I actually have training in how to understand.
Okay, so then why are we still here? if you know so much.
And read research articles. Like I was literally going to be a researcher.
Oh my God.
Y'all are so embarrassing. Like, I wish you realized how much of an ass you make yourself look like, because it's embarrassing. And I would be embarrassed if I were you. But I don't have to be embarrassed because I am living a perfectly delightful life.
And I'll just never believe that.
My health is as great as it can be given my incurable genetic conditions.
And again, if whatever they are, genetic, you can still lose weight regardless of what they are. I would like to know what conditions they are.
We found a spider in the house. You know what you're doing when you post a before and after photo. At this point, if you have been in the recovery community, if you are in the recovery...
Are you kidding me? Why is everybody flipping out over before and after pictures? You know why that's so awesome? It's because it's not easy to achieve. It's not something that you can just do overnight. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where they're at. Something you won't even try. And you have no idea what it'll be like ever because you refuse to try. I've been fat. I've been morbidly obese. I have been anorexic. I know I've been on both ends, unfortunately. Not either one of them are healthy. But what you're doing isn't better either. And I'm so tired of hearing about eating disorders. What eating disorder? What eating disorder are you recovering from? I don't get it.
Community, you know better. Is it that you know that that's what gets attention on this app? Is it that you feel the need to justify your recovery experience and your weight gain?
I think someone's jealous, and you're jealous. You're jealous because you refuse to help yourself.
And look how
that's nobody else's fault but your own.
You're promoting the dominant narrative that further harms this whole community.
What's up with this community is everybody gets a trophy for just existing. Everybody wins, and they don't know. Competition is so hard now to bring back because so many people are entitled like this and selfish little brats like this, and believe everything should just be given to them for absolutely no reason or putting in absolutely no effort. And it's getting old. I'm tired of seeing it. Competition makes you want to strive for better. It wants to make you do better. Even if you're not better, still you keep working towards that. It makes you feel good inside. Every time you achieve a goal, anything, this is not good for you. This is going to kill you. I mean, not just depression, everything. It's so harmful for you. Watching this is so cringe that my shoulders begin to hurt.
Recovery is so much more than that. Like, babe, stop. You know better. You do. You're just...
See, how dare you? How dare you to say you know better? Just how dare you? How dare you?
To do something that people have said repeatedly is harmful. Is it worth it?
It's not harmful. Are you kidding me? Get a clue. Get a clue.
Folks really need to stop acting like every single creator's page needs to be a welcomed place for every single person on the planet. Just because I make content about fat liberation does not mean I'm here to support every single fat person on this app. Regardless
So what the fuck is it? I thought, oh my god.
of whether or not it makes you uncomfortable, I do get to state boundaries around what I deem acceptable on this page.
As long as it's public and you're posting it on a social media app, people are gonna have shit to say. Period.
I get to delete comments, I get to block people that don't pass the vibe check of the page.
There is no such thing as a safe space on the internet if it's public. No.
I am so tired
of
people feeling entitled to this space, as if there are not millions of creators on this app, and
but yours are the most interesting, though.
Hundreds of thousands of other creators that you can follow that make fat lib content that includes weight loss or whatever else I don't include here. But instead of just leaving this space and either creating your own spaces or finding other creators, you insist on trying to make me make this space for you, and I'm not going to do it. So folks can continue to stay pissed off at me that I don't allow intentional weight loss to be talked.
And I'm going to continue to publicly post your videos, because as long as you're fine with it, I'm fine with letting people know how wrong you actually are.
About here. But that is how it's going to be. That is never going to change. If you don't like it, fine. Leave. I don't need to hear about it. I don't care. I don't have to be here to support every single person. I'm not your therapist. I'm not your life coach. I'm not your best friend.
But you
I'm
sure
not
as hell try to be a life coach. Come on.
your brother, your sister, your whatever. Okay, I am a creator on the internet, living my life and sharing my life with y'all. It is a
You're sharing it, yet you're telling people not to watch it because this is your safe space. That makes you're making something public. Deal with it. It's the internet.
That you get glimpses into the lives of creators. It does not mean that we are perfect people, and it also does not mean that we are going to be here for every fucking person on the app. But regardless of what you are doing, I still get to say whether or not I want to have you in my space. And I still get to say whether or not you are welcome in my space. That is my right as a creator. I don't know why this is so hard.
Whether or not people are welcome in her quote-unquote space, it doesn't matter. Like, how do this community especially keeps posting public videos on a social media platform that a lot more people use than any other, and still expecting people to not say anything? Or, I mean, everybody is allowed to have an opinion. Everybody's gonna say something regardless of how safe you make it. That's what it is. Stop. If this bothers you so much, you really shouldn't be on the internet. You shouldn't be posting videos, period. If it's that hard for you, though.
Crazy. Surgeons are testing a new way to lose weight by turning off your hunger hormone.
Y'all realize this is fucking horrifying, right? Like, stop fucking torturing fat people.
Not everybody wants to be fat, sweetie. I don't know what to tell you.
Stop coming up with any fucking way to cause rapid weight loss, which is incredibly unhealthy. Stop coming up with every fucking...
Stop, because I want you to be miserable like me.
...way to torture fat people and listen to fat people instead.
You've listened to enough at this point. There's really nothing you can say that's going to change anybody's mind. And in fact, people from your own community are leaving every day because they find out how awful and condescending people are to their own community members. So, whatever.
Hatred of our bodies and the desire to do anything to make us smaller is what is literally fucking killing fat people.
Is it? Is it, though? Is it?
I am sick of fucking people coming up with new ways to torture us.
It's not like you have to do it, so why are you complaining? You say, let me live my life, well, let other people live theirs.
Y'all literally would rather have us all dead. It's disgusting. And this creator's comments in the thread for this video are horrible. And they need to stop fucking talking about this subject because they...
Oh, I'm sure they're so horrific about losing weight because you just couldn't fucking imagine that people actually want to be healthy.
Don't know what they're talking about. This is not a successful thing. This is not something that's exciting or celebratory. This is horrible.
Talking about self-love, but you got cosmetic surgery. So this video, her volume's messed up, but I'll read it for you.
There's a lot of comments about how fat I am.
It's really frustrating for me when people used to be fat, or become no longer fat, then think they're still a part of the fat community. Like, that's not how it works. And there's another video that this creator made, showing their weight and talking about BMI. And anybody who does fat liberation or fat activism knows BMI is bullshit. And the BMI was changed in 1998, and overweight is not the same as fat. Also, there are some transphobic comments made about me that have since been deleted, but I have the receipts if you want to see them. But I get so sick of former fat people trying to appropriate our struggle when they're no longer in our struggle. Very, very frustrating. This sound is not for thin people or overweight people, it's for fat people.
Hey, what you watching?
That's just so nice. That's so classy. What? Come on now. That's just, I can't even. That's not attractive. I don't care what you guys think.
You treat obesity. First off, it's a disease. We have to recognize it's a disease.
Stop pathologizing body size.
Oh my God.
Stop calling obesity a disease.
It is. You have a problem as much as you don't want to admit it.
Body size is not a disease. Just like being abnormally taller than average is not a disease. Leave fat people alone. Stop trying to cure body size. Medical fat phobia is what
Stop being a miserable person.
kills fat people. Stop with this bullshit.
Not everybody wants to be your size.
Also, thin people in particular need to leave fat people the fuck alone. Especially
No.
thin doctors.
No.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Why is there always such a big deal? Like, these before and after photos are really pissing them off.
If promoting obesity is what it takes to make other...
Why are you glorifying obesity? No, what's not cute? You or anyone else who's your massive size. I have to agree, especially when it's a picture like this. No, it's disgusting. No.
Alright,
Give me a real incident where someone would have thin privilege. Help me understand I might be wrong.
this person might be trolling, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Let's see how it goes. This person says, give me a real incident where someone would have thin privilege. Help me understand. I might be wrong. Did you know that as a fat person, I am denied medical care until I lose weight? In fact, a lot of us are.
Let me just clear that up. Yes, you are. Because you refuse to do what your doctor has already told you to do. And your doctor's not going to work with you if you can't understand what you need to do to begin with. Why are they going to continue to help you when you're not listening to everything to what they are trying to help you with? No.
We also are denied pregnancy.
Because your body is unhealthy. It cannot support a baby. You're not denied pregnancy. Lose the weight. That's silly.
We're denied the medications that will help us become pregnant. We are
Again, you're too overweight. You're
withheld medications and surgical procedures and
because you could die. You want to die on the operating table because that's a possibility.
other medical interventions are withheld from us until we lose weight.
Exactly, because you're already not listening to the doctor, so why else would they want to help you out with something else? Because they're already thinking, well, they're not listening to that, why the fuck should I help them out with anything else? They're not going to listen, they're not going to do it.
Absolutely serious. We are denied life-saving medical procedures until we agree to a weight loss surgery.
Exactly, because whatever you're talking about, you need to be at a healthy, because when they put you under, you have to be, they're afraid of heart attacks. Anything could happen. And the healthier you are, the better the results.
Will do weight loss surgery on us, but they will not do the surgeries that we actually need. Oftentimes, we have to find facilities that can do things like
Depending on what surgery, yes.
X-rays and MRIs on larger bodies.
Because you can't fit in the fucking machine. When you come in to the doctor's office and they can't help you because you're too overweight, that's your problem. They've told you how they can help you and when they will help you, yet you still refuse to listen.
It is always assumed that my diet is terrible or that my lifestyle is terrible.
But you've even admitted to it, though, in the fucking past.
ask me about what I eat. They just start lecturing me about what I should not be eating without ever asking if I even eat any of that. I've gone to an orthopedic doctor for a consult because I had micro fractures in my feet that were diagnosed
Could be
via
from your size. Are you kidding? That's a bad thing, but it could be from, 420 some pounds, like you said before.
X-ray, and he told me he had never heard of microfractures. He did not know what microfractures were. This is a bone specialist, mind you, and then proceeded to ask me what my weight loss plan is. There have been countless stories in my comments of people who are unintentionally losing rapid amounts of weight because of some sort of illness, and instead of a doctor trying to figure out what is wrong with them, they just congratulate them on their weight loss.
And you don't know the whole story either, so the more you speak about this shit, about people you supposedly know who are doing this shit, because according to you, you don't talk to any thin people. So I don't know who's telling you this, but they're not telling you the whole story. That, or you choose not to listen.
Most chairs aren't accessible
the chair thing again.
To a lot of fat people. And so often if we go places, if there's not a chair...
This is all stupid. This is... You're not making any, headway here. You're not making any points. You're just making it sound way worse.
That can hold us, we have to just stand or sit on the floor, which really is extra shitty if you happen to be a disabled person who's fat.
With the disability
when I post videos of myself eating, I get multiple troll comments.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my god.
But there are whole accounts.
Because nobody wants to see a big person eating. And I'm sorry, yes, it does look disgusting. I don't even like the videos with skinny people. I don't like the noises. I don't like any of that shit. But yeah, no, it doesn't look good when you're already obese and you're eating some bullshit on camera. No, that's not a good look.
Of thin people just binge eating. In fact, a lot of us fat people on the internet, even if we're not talking about being fat, even if we're not eating, even if we're not doing anything like that, we get constant hate comments, including death threats. Literal death threats.
I have yet to see that, but maybe you can show me one time, because I want to see the proof of what whatever they're saying, because that's one thing we never see from anybody in the fat community. They all say shit, but they never have proof. It's all story upon story that we don't know where that story came from.
One of my videos is making the rounds on Ben Shapiro's page, and all of his trolls have been harassing me for weeks.
I fucking love Ben Shapiro.
Thin people get to go to the doctor and be listened to. Thin people get to eat without being harassed.
Because people aren't going to look at them automatically think that they're unhealthy. Fat equals unhealthy. It's just been known that way because it is that way.
People get to exist without being told they're disgusting and grotesque. And those are just a few examples.
It is disgusting and grotesque when you throw your stomach out there. Yes, it is.
Alright, so first of all, I just want to let you all know.
Part 2. I'm having difficulties reaching when using the toilet and was wondering if you've got advice on something that might help me.
Know that I did get permission from Jack privately to post this publicly because it is pretty sensitive. That being said, here's the full comment. Jack asks, so I've been super fat most of my adult life, but only during the pandemic has it started to affect my mobility and reach and even hygiene. I'm having difficulties reaching when using the toilet and was wondering if you've got advice on something that might help me.
Yes,
I very much do. When I first got...
Lose weight, Jack. Lose weight. That's the only way. Lose weight.
Very physically disabled, I had chronic pain suddenly out of nowhere, and it was so severe I could not even get to the bathroom by myself. I could not use the bathroom by myself. It was really extreme pain. I had a herniated L5-S1, which is a disc in my spine, and it's very, very low, which makes twisting very...
I have a herniated disc, imagine that, and I have proof. Yes, it bothers me sometimes, but it actually bothers me less now that I'm moving a lot.
Difficult. Since that's happened, I have spent so many years now having to use an assistive device for toileting because I can't regain that ability, or I haven't been able to yet. I'm in the process of physical therapy of trying to sort of correct some of the damage done from that
You're not trying. I can tell you right now, you're not trying.
herniated disc. And so I have something that's called a bottom buddy. Let me grab you a picture. So this little dude's pretty pricey, but this is the best one.
The fuck is this? Bottom buddy toilet tissue wiping aid. Oh, come on.
That I have found. I really like this one. It's called Bottom Buddy. It works pretty well. I'm in the process of trying to mod it a little bit because it's made from plastic, and so
I'm sorry, I keep messing up. If this person still uses that, which, I mean, obviously some people who are too big can't reach to certain places, so yeah, I understand that. But you're using your pain supposedly from your back or whatever else you just mentioned, and that you need that to help you reach. If it's that bad, you need to move more. And maybe I shouldn't tell you that now. Maybe you should ask your doctor first. Or not, who knows. You can't, the more you sit and stay idle, that shit starts to hurt even more. It gets worse. Believe it or not, it gets way worse. And the pain gets off. I mean, I thought that you weren't supposed to move in the beginning. But honestly, the more I moved, and at first it was painful to move. You know, the exercises, the stretching, yeah, it fucked with my back for a little bit. But the more I did it, the more I realized how much pressure was beginning to go away, how much it didn't hurt me anymore, how better I slept at night because I didn't have to toss and turn. It was all around a lot better.
Break over time, and sometimes the little silicone head on the top can pop off as well. So I'm working on modding
Maybe Amberlynn Reed needs this. I forgot all about that.
mine to make it work better and to make it last longer, so I don't have to buy them as frequently. I will show you what mine actually looks like.
That was $40, and she buys more than... I mean, I guess because I'm not using one, I couldn't imagine.
It's just the normal one out of the box, but I'll show you so you know, like, size-wise what it looks like. That's what it looks like in the package.
That's not...
That's what it looks like out of the package. You hold it here. This little
The fact that this person needs help to wipe themselves is bad. That's not... And yet you think this is okay to be overweight, obese. This is obesity. This is what obesity is. Where you show off what you have to wipe yourself with because you can't reach yourself on the social media app publicly. This is not good.
You put your toilet paper in between these little dudes.
Oh god, I don't want to do this shit. Should I change it?
You do the wiping thing, and then you hit this little guy, and it pushes it off. It gets sticky. It doesn't like.
I don't. I'm sorry, can't do it.
This person asks, would you be open to talking more about how being fat ties into gender identity? You know, it's so new for me, so this is like... This person says, WTF, that's fucking...
What the fuck? That's fucking insane. How the fuck do people even eat meals with a stomach the size of a golf ball? That's fucked. You don't. You keep it like a liquid diet.
Insane. How the fuck do people even eat meals with a stomach the size of a golf ball? That's fucked. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't actually eat full meals. It's why after these surgeries, you have to be on very, very strict diets and can barely eat anything because you risk rupturing your stomach because of the size of it. That's kind of the point. It's quite literally a starvation tactic for weight loss.
For a lot of people, it's a last resort so they can become healthy. And yes, it's a drastic, but sometimes it needs to be done. People don't want to die early. Definitely need help.
Which is like the most...
You don't have to do a gastric bypass. Every way I've lost weight was absolutely done, like free. Walking is free. Water is free. Watch your portion controls.
Ridiculous way to tackle the problem at hand. Taking the stomach down from its 12 by 6 inches to the size of a golf ball is so horrific to me.
To you, because you don't want to be healthy. You don't want to lose weight. Instead, you'd rather pass this off to other people thinking that you're doing the right thing. Are you serious right now?
And you'll find that a lot of people get sick after eating literally one M&M or what have you. It's pretty bad.
They knew what they were getting into. They wanted to do it. So just stop. Be nice, Fats.
It's definitely tantamount to torture, in my opinion, and I hate that this is something that we do.
It actually involves doing something good for you, right?
So regularly and so readily.
And rail against all these people being assholes. Don't be an asshole yourself.
It's absurd that you don't understand what fat people face out here on app, on TikTok, like trolls constantly, harassment constantly. Well, it gets old having to hear this fat phobic shit.
As I've already said, that doesn't matter. That doesn't make you fat. Having body image issues does not make you a fat person. Being shamed
But it's shown that everybody has body images. Everybody has body image issues. I mean, we all deal with it in different ways. It doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny. People get made fun of for no fucking reason. And it's not nice. It's not cool for people to do that, but it happens. It is life. You can't think that keeping yourself in this little safe space is always going to be beneficial. It's not. In fact, you're going to end up driving yourself crazy. Your health is going to get worse. And it's going to, everybody is eventually just not going to care. So you will have died in vain without really solving anything, just making yourself look dumb while you're alive.
Your size does not make you a fat person. Being told by your ex that you need to lose weight does not make you a fat person. And none of that is actual, real, systemic.
It still hurts, though, when people say that. Am I right? It still hurts. So,
Fatphobia.
You're obviously, this person's the only allowed to be hurt. This person is the only one allowed to feel pain of any sort from. Just get over it. You'll be fine. You're making this into a bigger deal, and it's just so stupid.
That we actually, really deal with in our real lives.
Yes,
Again, you're being harmful.
Ow.
Multiple fat people have told you you're being harmful. At this point, you are the asshole because you're continuing to be harmful despite
No, people are getting frustrated is what's going on. People are tired of seeing this and knowing that whatever everybody else goes through and watching you sit on your fat ass and just bitch about life is a little annoying, yeah.
multiple people telling you to stop being harmful. This is a you problem, sweetheart.